Yo, what up? It's Roger from the Mask Gorilla Podcast. We did it first, they did it worse. Wolfacejoeyy, live in the studio, brand new episode. I just saw you last night.
Yeah, I actually did see you last night.
I've been seeing a lot of you. I've probably seen you more outside of artists on Mass Records or whatever. Like I've been seeing a lot of you.
Yeah,
I saw you in New York. Then like a couple weeks later, I saw you in Chicago at Summer Smash.
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
and I saw you last night at the Kenny show.
Yeah. I've been seeing a lot of you, bro. I adore this platform. Like I used to watch a lot of the interviews. Like a lot. I was telling you earlier. Like I love the Snot and NASCAR Allo interview. But like apart from like me just being an artist, like I'm a fan. Like I truly like watch shit and like I really digest it. So it's an honor to be here for sure.
Thank you. And that's why I like you, because you like me. No, I like you because you're so charismatic.
Oh,
You're a great looking kid. You're charismatic. You're very talented.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're a star.
Thank you.
I truly believe it.
I really do appreciate that. Coming from you especially. Thank you.
What's up with the Band-Aid on the nose? Is it a stylistic choice like Nelly 2003?
Pretty much. Not going to lie.
Or do you have a pimple?
No, I don't have a pimple. I actually have really great skin. Like
you have great skin.
Yeah, I have really great skin. Yeah. Like I haven't had acne ever.
Damn.
Yeah.
How old are you? You're like 19 or 20?
I'm 20. Yeah, I turned 21 in December. So yeah, I'm almost 21, but fairly 20.
I got my notes mixed up. I don't know what order these are dropping, but
yeah.
If you've seen the Che interview or if it's not out yet, I was like, so how old are you? Like 19, 20? He's like, no, I'm 16.
16, yeah.
Like, right. That's, I'm looking down there and I'm squinting.
Oh, Lord.
But you're from Staten Island.
Yeah.
Also, like, I never really put the pieces together that you're, like, from New York.
Yeah.
I just assumed, I don't know.
A lot of people think I'm from, like, Atlanta.
Yeah. Why?
I don't know. Probably because nobody's ever heard of anyone coming out of Staten Island ever,
except for the
apart from like apart from Wu-Tang Clan. Like there's really like.
Is there anyone else?
No, not gonna lie. Like I think there were a few people that like were kind of getting up there, but it just kind of didn't work out for them because of like external factors, not even just music. Like,
is this recently or is this like 30 years ago?
Fairly recently. I don't want to mention names, but
we don't want to shit on.
Yeah,
anyone.
I don't want to shit on anyone. I love Staten Island. I love all the Staten Island artists, but you know, I think the main problem though with Staten Island is that they feel like they're entitled to support
artists from Staten Island.
Yeah. So
from
like
who?
Bro,
like from New York?
Yeah, from like or just like around the people. So like a lot of people would be like, "Oh yeah, like it's good to support, don't get me wrong, but it's like at the same time it's like you kind of have to gain that respect." And they're just like, "Oh yeah, drop the song. Staten Island is so small. Please support me."
Yeah, I see what you're saying. It's like a small town vibe of like we should support each other, and then they probably don't even support anyone else at the same time. And
it's something like that, but you know, Staten Island is pretty small. And I get why that might be like a thing, but like at the same time too, people just aren't consistent when they're dropping music out there. Like that's something I've noticed, and I've talked to some of like the artists out there. I'm like, bruh, you have to drop music. You can't drop one song and then wait 6 months and expect for you to get like recognition. It doesn't work like that. It never works like that, especially when you're coming up.
Solid advice.
Yeah.
That's so Wu-Tang Clan, Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
The girl from the Jersey Shore.
I forgot her name.
She's the one who like left after like one season, but it was just like a famous pop culture.
Yeah.
Someone else on the show was like, "You're a Staten Island dump" or something. It was like some sort of Staten Island thing that really stuck with Staten Island.
Oh really? Yeah. Bro, I don't know, cause I didn't really grow up. Well, I grew up in Staten Island, but I didn't like grow up in Staten Island. I moved to Nigeria when I was like 8.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
So I was 8 and my mom was just like, "Oh, you're going to Nigeria." I thought it was for vacation. She didn't tell me it was for vacation, but like, cause I had been before, you know, I'd gone when I was younger.
Wait. So you're living in Staten Island. You're in like the 3rd or 4th grade.
Yeah.
You live with your mom and your dad, or only your mom?
Just my mom.
Do you have siblings?
I'm the only kid.
So you're the only kid living with your mom. I would imagine your mom's Nigerian.
Yes.
What does she do at that time? What was she doing for a living?
She was working with the Board of Education. Yeah, she was like a nurse assistant at a school, but like she worked with like the actual Board of Ed. So sometimes they'll just place her in different schools. But yeah, that's what she was doing at the time. And then
she's like, you're going to Nigeria, or we're going.
She's like, we're going, right?
Yeah.
So we go, right? And all of a sudden, I realized that she enrolled me in a school there. And I'm like, oh, this is probably for a little while, maybe. I ended up staying.
Idea?
I was oblivious.
You're just
to
a super young kid. You don't understand anything.
I didn't understand shit.
You would be like, why the fuck would I be moving here? Must be.
Yeah, like I thought it was just a holiday. I thought we were just going for a couple weeks, and then all of a sudden I realized I'm in a different school with like different people. And yeah, I ended up staying there for like 6 years.
You're in Nigeria. You're enrolled in school.
Mm-hmm.
It's setting in that I'm here.
Yeah.
Was it fun? Did you like it? How does it compare? I mean, you're so young in Staten Island. You have like zero life experience.
Yeah.
But you must have been like eating food in Staten Island that you liked, and going to the store and your favorite candies there. Now you're in Nigeria. Like, what was the
I think it was like to be fair though, it was really like, cause Staten Island is like just is a lot of white people. Like it's majority is like is white people.
It's the whitest.
Yeah, it's like the whitest borough.
It's the whitest borough. Is the word
like out of all the 5 boroughs, like Staten Island was the only borough to vote Republican.
It's like I was about to say, it's very conservative. I mean, nowadays, super Trump land.
Yeah, it's Trump land. It's super Trump land. But getting back to your question.
First and foremost, fuck Staten Island. No, I'm just kidding. But getting back to the question.
Yeah, getting back to the question though, like it was different because I was surrounded by people who look like me, because like I'm surrounded by a bunch of black kids. Yeah. And that was pretty cool. Yeah. But apart from that though, it really is different. It's so different, but it's beautiful out there. Like I love it. Like I can't wait to go back. I haven't been back since like 2015.
So you were there for 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
And you're 20.
Yeah.
So you moved back after school, or why did you move back?
I moved back because my mom is like a psychic.
Oh.
My mom is like very smart. She's probably the smartest person I know, right? So I'm going to tell you how I moved back first. Yeah. It's going to be very funny.
Please.
Right? So I'm with her because I went to boarding school when I was out there. So I was out there on holiday. I was with her. We were chilling. She's like, oh, I'm about to go buy some tomatoes for us to cook.
Wait, hold on. I'm going to cut this story off.
Yeah.
Did you ever get an explanation from your mom of why you moved there in the first place?
Oh, I actually did.
So what?
It was because she told me that she was getting really sick. And there was just a lot of stuff going on with her at that time. You know, like she recently divorced my dad.
Okay.
Like it was a bunch of stuff, but she was like, oh yeah, I sent you there because number 1, I wanted you to learn where you were from. Mm-hmm. And number 2, like I couldn't take care of you. So I just had to put you in my family. Like she would come back and forth though. Like she would come see me.
She wasn't there permanently.
She wasn't there permanently. No, we would.
Were you staying with like grandparents or aunts and uncles?
Yeah, I was staying with like aunts and uncles, my cousins, and all that stuff. But she was going back and forth. She would go to she would be here for like 6 months, then come back for like 5, and then she just did that the whole time.
Like it must have been fun of like coming from I'm an only child to now I have like this huge family and I have cousins and aunts and uncles.
There's a lot of people I met out there that I was like, bro, I did not know I had this much family. Like my family is very big. Like half of my family is Muslim. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like it's that crazy.
How many members would you estimate are in your family?
I don't even know. It's a big amount. I would say at least like 45.
Wow. Because
my grandfather had a lot of wives. On my mom's side.
Fire.
Yeah, my grandfather had a lot of wives.
Of living the dream.
Yeah, pretty much. He had a lot of children and a lot of wives. Yeah, because he was Muslim. Yeah, it was part of the thing.
So when you moved there, were you practicing under the Muslim religion? Or
No.
Were they trying to?
Nah, I stayed with I did stay with my cousins on my mom's side. So they're Muslim, but like they knew I was Christian, so they just kind of let me rock. But I learned a lot of stuff from them though. They're not like super strict. You know what I'm saying? They're not like really like super strict like Muslims, but like, you know, they accepted my lifestyle, and plus we're blood, so it really doesn't even matter.
I don't know enough about any religion, but the base tenets of being Muslim are incredible.
Yeah, it is actually.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. Like praying 5 times a day, giving alms. What is it? Fasting during Ramadan is a good one. Yeah, I admire them. I really do. Their lifestyle is very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your mom's going out for tomatoes. Fast forward 8
Okay,
years.
fast forward 8 years. My mom's going out for tomatoes, right? And I'm with her in the car. And she comes back empty-handed. I'm like, what happened? She was like, tomatoes were 50 naira. I don't know how much that is in like dollars. She was like, tomatoes were 50 naira a few weeks ago. Now it's like 100.
Oh.
It doubled. So she looks me dead in my eyes. She's like, we're moving back. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean that we're moving back? Because at that point, I was like
everything's about to collapse.
Yeah, everything is about
to go nuts.
It's about to go stupid. Like, she looked at me dead in my face. She's like, we're moving back to America. I'm like, you're lying. At that point, I was already like, bro, I'm probably going to live here for the rest of my life. Like, I'm probably going to do college here, get a job, maybe move back later when I'm older. But like, she was just like, yeah, we're moving back. I'm like, whatever. Okay, mom. So I go back for the last semester of my school or whatever. And she calls me right before I'm about to leave. She goes, oh, I got your stuff packed. You're staying with your aunt for the next 2 weeks before you come back to America. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, I got your ticket and everything.
Wow.
And yeah, that's how it happened.
So now you're actually like somewhat of a formed human.
Yeah.
Because you're like 16 or whatever.
Yeah, I'm 15, 16 around
You
that
have
time.
friends. You might have had a partner out there.
Yeah.
First kisses.
Yeah, that happened.
First, a lot of things.
Yeah.
Who knows? And now you're going back to America. That's the culture shock.
Yeah, that's the culture shock. Coming back and like trying to like be in the loop of everything. Like, yeah, it was a lot. I'm not gonna lie, it was a lot. Looking back on it now, it was crazy.
So you moved back to Staten Island?
Yeah, I moved back to Staten Island.
Were any of, I mean, you were so young.
Yeah,
Were there any
young.
friends that you had that you still knew?
Only one that I could remember.
Yeah, like I don't remember. I mean, I remember there's like kids who moved away when I was in elementary school, and you couldn't pay me $1 million to remember their name or what their face looked like.
Yeah, nah. My friend Jessica, shout out Jessica. I forgot how I found her. I think I was just like, I don't know. I don't remember. I was looking through like Snapchat or something or like Instagram, and I just typed in her name, and it was there. And I texted her. I was like, "Oh, do you remember me from elementary school?" And she's like, "Who the fuck are you?" And then I told her like 3 things that we both like, cause we used to live like right next to each other when we were in elementary school.
Yeah, we lived on this block.
Yeah, we lived on this block.
Go to this store to get
candy and shit. She's like, "No way, holy shit!" Da, 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 da. Yeah, nah. But yeah, shout out Jessica.
I feel like that transition wouldn't have been nearly as easy if you weren't so sociable and charismatic.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've been like that since I was a kid though. Like I was a kid that was trying to be friends with everyone.
But I'm like saying, like, if you weren't,
if I wasn't, it would be hard. No,
I would be like miserable.
I would say though, it was like that for like about a year, like, cause I did like it's literally a culture shock.
What is it, like junior year of high school?
No, my freshman year of high school. Oh. So I came back as a freshman, and
So you were like a little bit older.
Yeah, I mean not even. I think it was. I was about the same age as everyone else in my grade.
Okay.
So, I come back. You know, I'm like trying to make friends. Everybody's doing this. Like at the time too, when I came back, like I didn't have an Instagram, I didn't have a Facebook, I didn't have a Snapchat. Like I was just kind of like learning new shit, and it was kind of hard for me to really like go about and like try and make friends, but it just kind of came naturally. Like there was a point in time where I was just really trying to make friends. It just didn't happen. But yeah, and then it just kind of, slowly started getting more friends.
I mean, it's great that it was the freshman year of high school.
Yeah.
In my brain, I was like, oh, you were probably already near the end, but that's not the math. Because that would have been brutal.
Yeah,
but it's kind of like a fresh start in high school, and like a lot of people struggle to make friends the first year of high school. Yeah. Granted, if you lived in another continent.
Completely different continent. Not even state.
For 8 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was crazy. Now that I think about it, it's wild.
So what was it like growing up in Staten Island? Was it fun? Were you hopping on the ferry and going into
the city?
Yeah.
I mean, a few times. I mean, Staten Island isn't that bad. Like, it really, I'll give this description every time. It's trees and white people.
Trees and white people.
Yes. A whole bunch of trees and a whole bunch of white people.
I don't think I'm from New York. From Long Beach, if you know where that is.
Yeah.
It's like right next to Far Rockaway. It's technically on Long Island.
Yeah.
It's where Lil Peep's from and Rick Rubin. And, I've never been to Staten Island, and I probably live like 30 minutes away.
30 minutes away? No. It's far. I think Long Island from Staten Island is like an hour.
I don't think you could pay me $1 million to find Staten Island on the map at this point, because I'm thinking it's next to Brooklyn, but it's not.
No, it's not. It's
not.
like below Manhattan. Yeah, it's right below Manhattan.
It's like an island off Manhattan.
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure how it like goes off geographically. I'm
because
sure
you can't drive off of Staten Island. You gotta get on the ferry.
No. You can drive to Staten Island.
Oh,
yeah.
From Long Island.
Yeah, you can drive from Long Island.
I feel like I'm learning so much on this podcast.
Yeah, little geography lesson.
Yeah, like
hell yeah.
So, the music.
Yeah.
When did that start?
So remember how I was telling you I couldn't make friends in high school? I was really doing the same thing for like 6 months. So like, I would wake up, eat breakfast, go to school, come back home, do homework, watch WWE, and then go to sleep. It was literally like that for like 6 months.
And then somewhere in this process, 106 in Park came into play.
When I was really young. Yes, when I was super young.
Oh, when you were still in Nigeria.
Before I moved.
Oh.
Before I moved to Nigeria.
See, because I saw that interview and I was like,
how does that make sense?
I'm older and I didn't even grow up watching 106 in Park. It's like, maybe I remember one thing on like the second iteration.
I used to love 106 in Park.
I watch the old videos now on YouTube.
Bro, I remember watching. I remember the premiere. I think it was the premiere of Good Life. I remember watching that as a kid and being like, this is the greatest shit I've ever set my eyes on.
Like, who were the hosts back then? Do you remember? Was it like the main guy?
It was Terrence J and another girl.
So there were people before them.
Really? I forgot.
Like,
I know Bow Wow was doing it at one point.
No, that was like after.
That was after. Okay.
There was Tiger or Tigger or
I don't even remember, but I remember seeing Terrence J a lot and some girl.
So now you're coming home from school, you can't make friends, you're watching a WWE.
Yeah, just straight WWE. And you know, I've loved music since I was a kid. Like, I always listened to music. My mom was playing music when I was like always surrounded by it. And even when I was in Nigeria, like I was, you know, trying to keep up with what was going on around here. So like before I left, you know, that's when I really started to discover that like I loved music. Like,
did Nigeria keep in check with American culture where they like, we love Beyonce, we love Jay-Z,
yeah,
or where
like,
they like, we have our own stars and we have our own films and our own movies.
Yeah, it was getting to that point. So like, you know, like the Davidos, the WizKids, the Burna Boys, like they were still kind of coming up. That's like sick. They had their own like, you know, like stars. Like Two-Face was a big one. Like him, P Square. Like there was a lot of like acts that were like just going crazy in Nigeria, but like it didn't really go global. But it didn't go global yet, you know. Like I watched like Davido and WizKid and Burna Boy like literally glow up. Like I watched that scene develop, you know what I'm saying? But you know, I was listening to Nigerian music obviously because you know that's all they played. But I would like when I was like 11, my cousin who I was living with, he like introduced me to like Eminem. Like he would play a lot of Eminem for me, and like Rick Ross and Wayne and all that stuff. And then when I got a little bit older, like 13, 14, 15, that's when I was like, okay, yeah, I think I really started to like music because I heard Rodeo for the first time. And that completely,
game changer.
Yeah, it shifted everything. I don't think I would be making music if I never listened to that album.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Did a lot of stuff. So like around that time, it was Rodeo, Because the Internet by Childish Gambino, Days Before Rodeo, and If You're Reading This Is Too Late. And then I started to realize, I'm like, fuck, Like, how do people make that was what like sparked it. I was like, bruh, how do people make shit like this? Like, this can't be like possible. Like, how are people like just making this crazy pieces of work? So, you know, I thought back to that when I was like in the crib, like just being lonely and shit. And I was like, all right, let me just try at it. So I went to this website. I think it's called like Audio Tool. And I just started making beats from there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Could you even like save beats on the website? Or
yeah, you had to make like an account and shit. So like I would make beats. So instead of like coming home and watching WWE, I would come home, do homework, then make beats.
Wow.
And like I would do like little beat tapes, and I'll post them on SoundCloud and shit. I'll post like beats on SoundCloud. I did that for like 6 months straight.
Were you sending beats to artists, or you were just playing on SoundCloud hoping it would slip into an algorithm and someone would see it?
That's what I was trying to do at first. And then, you know, a lot of like, that's when I started to discover that people were actually like rapping on Staten Island. So I would try and like send beats to people. And, you know, I started using Instagram a lot back then. So I was trying to network a lot and trying to find people who like also made beats. But at the time, I was just hitting people that were way bigger than me. Like, but, you know, it slowly just happened over time. Like,
did you ever get a placement or from like anyone that you would know?
So Fago.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I produced a song for Fago in like 2019.
Wow.
I produced a song for Fago, Rewind Raps. And yeah, those are like my two.
So how did the Fago thing happen? You follow him on Instagram, be like, bro,
so I met him.
Or?
Yeah, I met him through another producer, Brick Royce. I met him through Brick, and he put us in a group chat. Like there was like a big group chat of like producers and artists. Like a lot of people were in that group chat. Like Slump was in that group chat. Dom Corleo was in that group chat. Chulo was in that group chat. Like there was a whole bunch of people that are like popping right now. And yeah, I was just in there making beats, and I sent that one beat one day, and Fago was like, "Oh, this is hard. Send this to me." So he did that. He actually did that song with Dom and another artist. I forgot his name, but yeah, and it was just like a little thing. And then after that, like immediately after that, I was like, "Bruh, this shit is getting boring." like making beats is boring as fuck.
I feel like making beats must be boring, and then the process of trying to send it to an artist.
Yeah,
and hope they open the email. If they do, and they happen to record on it, then they might never release it. And if they do release it, it's like 8 months later. And then it's 8 months later, and you realize you never even got paid, or you're not fucking. It's like, dude, it's shout out to all the producers.
Yeah, shout out to all the producers.
Know how you do it, because it sounds brutal.
It is. It was brutal for me because, like, bro, I didn't know anybody. Like, I was just trying to send beats to everyone. Like, I remember, like, back in 2018, like, they used to have these huge lists of like producer, like artist emails, right? So I would try and send them to a bunch of artists,
and like half of those emails
and then
like,
are never
like,
some of them do be opening it, but just don't be like, because I remember when I met Tekka in 2021, when I met him in LA, he was like, "I've seen your name before." I'm like, "How?" He was like, "You used to send me beats in like 2019,
wow,
right?"
Crazy.
I'm like, "Bro, how the fuck did you know that?"
Wow.
So yeah, they do be opening it, but sometimes it just, you know,
it's such a fucking random crap shit.
Yeah, it's a big, like, it's like rolling dice. Yeah.
So you're like, fuck this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make my own music. It seems way easier and way more satisfying.
Yeah, it actually is. Not gonna lie, I enjoy recording myself better than making beats. Like, but yeah, I was just like, fuck this. I'm bored, and I'm telling all the people in the group chat, I'm like, bro, I don't want to make beats no more. And they were like, bruh, just try rapping. I'm like, how would I start rapping? That makes no sense, right? And they were like, bruh, you won't know unless you try. And I was like, all right, you got a point. I'm very open to like a lot of things, whether it's like food or like movies or even like new music. Like, I'm open to a lot of shit.
Favorite food, like, favorite movie.
Favorite food, favorite movie. I would say recently, bruh, I tried this thing called I had it in Atlanta. It's called like it's a quesadilla. But it's a birria quesadilla.
Birria quesadilla.
Bro.
Birria.
The craziest shit I've ever put my mouth on. I swear to God. And then favorite movie.
Pause.
It's crazy. Wait, if you ever go to Atlanta, you have to try it. It's nuts.
They're like whenever I'm in Atlanta, all anyone wants to get is like hibachi, man.
I've never had that.
I guess it's like hibachi, but it's like takeout hibachi.
Oh shit.
It's
That sounds
actually
crazy.
pretty fire, but I sincerely don't fully understand what separates it just from Chinese food. It must be like an Atlanta thing of like
Maybe.
but a burrito, a quesadilla
yeah,
ain't a burrito,
bro.
So it's like a cheese layer.
No, it's a like like how they make burrito tacos.
Oh, burrilla.
Burrilla quesadilla.
Oh, burrilla. I thought you said burrito.
No. Burrilla quesadilla.
Oh, that sounds insane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's nuts.
It's crazy. It's insane. I tried to get my manager to eat it, but he wasn't fucking with it.
If there's a really good spot right around my office, how long are you in LA for?
I'm here till Monday.
Oh, yeah. I will let you know after the pod. I don't want to dox myself,
I
but
bet.
it is like the most awarded taco spot in California.
Oh shit.
It's fire.
Favorite movie. I gotta think. I love a lot of movies. Dope is one of my favorite movies. I love that movie.
Shout out Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah, shout out Zoe Kravitz. She bad as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. She's bad. Dope is between Dope or I'm really trying to think. Yeah, it's probably just Dope. Probably Dope. Dope is one of my favorite movies.
Movie. I could see you being an actor.
Yeah. I'm open to it.
Yeah.
I'll act. I used to do like little plays when I was back in Nigeria and shit because we had to do it. But I would do like plays and stuff and like memorize my lines.
We're so sidetracked.
Yeah.
So you start making music.
Yeah. So I started making music, right? And at first it was a little bit hard, but I just kept at it. Like I just kept just hammering it in, recording every day. Then the pandemic happened and it was a better excuse to start recording every day. And yeah, here we are on Masked Gorilla.
We're here.
We are here live.
So, you've been at it for like 2 or 3 years, like
about
2 years.
Yeah, about 3 years.
What was the first song that you released where you were like, "Oh, this is kind of working"?
I think it's probably the first song on my SoundCloud. It's called OMG.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was some cool stuff. I recorded it and a lot of people liked it, and I was like, "Oh, okay, we keep doing it."
How has your style evolved since that?
I feel like I've just been trying. I've always been trying new shit, but I feel like now I'm really like doubling down on trying newer stuff. So, back then I was like, oh, I really want to be an underground guy. Yeah. Like, I want to be like fucking Summers and Autumn.
Yeah.
And, but like I had to realize like, bruh, like I'm trying to do it, but is it really what I want to do? So I was just like, okay. I took like a few months to really like think and sit down and really be like, all right, Joey, what do you really want to do? Mm-hmm. Like, do you want to be here? And like, do you feel accepted here? And when both answers were no, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna try and do my own shit.
Yeah.
So.
And like, what's up with like the scene in New York? Is there like other artists similar to your vibe, or is like everyone drill or like? Yeah,
there's a lot of drill artists in like New York, especially recently. Now that I've gotten more into the scene a little bit, like there is a lot of drill artists. But like I would say the people like closest to me, like in this, like in New York, that like do the kind of the same thing, like Phazo, Slump. I hope I'm not forgetting anybody. I think those are the two that just come to my mind first.
But like even them, it's like I know Phazo's from Long Island. And I had no idea Slump was from New York.
Yeah, he's from Rochester. It's like upstate.
Like I feel like when you think of like this world, I just don't think New York.
Yeah.
So
I think that's why a lot of people don't think I'm from New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also think it's like when I was coming up in SoundCloud rap, there was like Peep and Tracy and his crew, and they're in LA.
Yeah.
And there's X and Ski and Scheme, and they're in Florida, and then everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so like everyone was in their own world.
Yeah.
But like the example that you have of like I was just in a chat with 20 artists and producers. It's like the scene is just like you're on servers, you're in chats. Like it's way more not like city based.
Yeah. I feel like the internet changed it a lot. It was like around that time though, like people were really just linking up with each other and doing stuff in real life. I kind of miss that though, but it's like the internet just made it easier.
It is the one part that I think is a negative.
What?
It's like fools used to fucking live in the same house for like a year and be broke together.
Yeah.
And make so much music.
Yeah.
And get so much like a life experience.
Mm-hmm.
And now everyone's like, I went viral. Yeah. You know, I'm like, it's way better for the artist. It's way better for the artist. But it's like, damn, like I miss when like.
Yeah. I kind of envy people who came up in that scene because everything was just so real. Yeah. Like, I feel like
labels didn't give a shit. No one wanted to manage them. No one wanted to throw shows for them. It's like how
they were really just getting it. They were getting it from the mud and really just doing it themselves.
Just like completely ignored, had no expectations, weren't even putting their music on Spotify, so they weren't even making money.
Yeah.
Like, we're selling reposts on SoundCloud. And like, that's like pretty much how like I was already doing the blog for years before that. And then the SoundCloud team was like, oh, I'll throw shows for them.
Yeah.
I'll like film an interview with them. Like, I want to manage one of them. Like,
yeah.
You know, like,
hell yeah.
But there's no one.
Yeah.
It was fucking nuts. I mean, there were other blogs and stuff, but there wasn't like, oh, you have a viral song. Here's 20 labels calling you and hounding you. It's like they couldn't give a shit less.
Yeah, no. I like I said earlier, like, bro, I've watched like all of this shit, so I'm just like, bro, I imagine how fun it was at that time. You know, I mean, like now it is like. I feel like now with the newer, like the little newer generation that's coming up now, we're like trying our best to do. Like, bro, I've been hanging out with Che and Osama for the past like 4 days, you know, and they're cool as fuck. Like, you know, and we're not even from like the same scene per se, but it's like, bro, we're artists at the end of the day. Like, we're all cool with each other, and apart from that, we're humans. You know what I'm saying?
I do think it's coming back. Like, Box Boys, Cash Cow,
Underground
Sound. Hyperpop Daily or whatever. It's like
shout out Hyperpop Daily. I love Hyperpop Daily so much. Good.
I was supposed to have them on the podcast before they did
the KTO.
Yeah. But yes, Hyperpop Daily. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to give away any hints. But shout out to whoever they are.
Yeah, shout out
who they
Hyperpop
are,
Daily.
But shout out to.
Yeah, I met Hyperpop Daily a few days ago.
Oh really?
Yeah, cool guy. I fuck with him.
Was it weird as shit?
Not really.
We might have to bleep this. Or, where was it?
It was at the Che Osama show in New York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We don't have to bleep that.
Yeah, you don't have to bleep that. Yeah. Type shit.
Yeah. I'm like trying to like rack my brain of like what am I allowed to say, but shout out to them.
Shout out to
so where are you at with your music now? Like, you just put out a new song. One of your most recent songs is like your most played.
Yeah. What do you do?
Like, how did that happen?
TikTok.
Okay.
It's really just TikTok, and my fans were like,
focus on TikTok, or is it kind of just like a byproduct, or are you heavily like putting up a video a day and I'm heavily promoting a sound?
I would say like I put up videos frequently, especially if a song I know it's like, oh yeah, this is probably gonna go up on SoundCloud. Like I try my best not to focus solely on like TikTok because like that's not where all my fans are. You know what I'm saying? But you know, when I know like a song is gonna go crazy, I'm just like, all right, I might as well just post it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna do it for me. So I posted it. This is why we're in Chicago too. I posted the first one and it did really well. I just kept posting it from there, and like people just started gravitating towards it. They were just like, "This song is crazy," and yeah, it's fucking crazy. When my manager was telling me, I'm like, "Bro, you're lying." And I checked it, and it's like doing way more than like some of the songs that came out like I think after that or a little bit before that. I was like, "What the fuck?" But yeah, it's crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Like,
it's really wild.
Is it a good feeling, or is it a mixed feeling of like, man, why they love this song? I love the one I already put out so much more.
I view all my songs as like children. I love all my songs.
All of them equally.
I love all of them equally. Yeah, there's some that I have like a little bit of disdain towards, but I'm like, bro, I recorded this shit in my room and people are listening to it, so I have to have, you know, I have to have love for it. But yeah, nah, it was crazy. I think like the main thing to take away from it is like, bro, like I have to listen to my fans, because like I originally didn't even want to release that song.
That's like, if people are like, oh, A&Ring, it's like a skill. It's like, no, you just listen to what the artist fans want, because they're always right.
Literally, the fans will always be right. They will always be right. But yeah, they wanted me. I recorded it, like, I recorded it in Atlanta, and I didn't even finish the song. And I sent it to my manager. He goes, "You have to finish this song." I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "This is a smash. You need to like finish it." So I'm like, I'm like, all right, whatever, I'll finish it. So I literally finished the song in my hotel room. Then I posted it on TikTok, like, I think a week after that, and it just went crazy. And, like, people were, like, spamming me. Like, one thing about my fans that is so funny, Brett, anytime they hear a song they really like, they damn near, like, threaten me to drop the song.
That's also, we could have a whole other hour-long conversation about fans, young fans. I don't know if it's the pandemic that broke people's fucking brains when they were locked in their house, but, like, no etiquette.
Bro,
it's like all of the comments. If like you put something up once, let alone 5 times, like, bro, stop glazing the song, just drop, bro. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, bro, like drop the fucking song, bro. Like, I have so many DMs of just like voice messages of people just yelling on top of their lungs, Joey, you need to drop the song now. Like, bro, it's I love it though. It's actually really funny to just see people go crazy over a song. Like, yeah, I think that is just a blessing though, because I'd rather people have crazy like go crazy for an unreleased song than just not go crazy at all. You know what I'm saying?
True. It's dude, fucking congratulations. That's incredible.
Thanks, yeah, it's cool.
Is your mom stoked?
Yeah, I would say she's stoked. I mean, like my mom was like really iffy on it at first.
I'm sure she wants you to be like a doctor.
Be a doctor. She wanted me to do a computer science when I went to college, but like I was like, man, whatever. But nah, she's excited. She's proud of me. I give her all the info all the time, and I'm like telling her like, oh, I'm doing this today. Da-da-da. Sometimes she might get mad, but I'm just like, bruh, like this is how I make money now. Like this is like kind of like my job.
Is your mom gonna watch this podcast?
Probably.
Is she like that sort of like I consume everything, or like he's doing his thing and I trust him?
No. She watches a lot of the interviews. Like
shout out your mom. Okay,
yeah,
so
shout out to my mom.
Your mom's like pretty much a psychic.
Yeah.
Mom, if you're listening, I need some stock tips. What else are you seeing out here? What should I be investing in?
She'll probably help you.
Hit me up on Instagram. Ask your son for my phone number.
Got you.
Let's figure that out. I will cut you in on it. So you're signed.
Yeah.
You're living life.
Mm-hmm.
Still in Staten Island?
Yeah, I'm still
at home?
Yeah, still at home with my mom.
There's no point to leave.
Yeah.
You gotta stack the bread.
Gotta stack the bread. Probably move to a different state when I have a lot, like a shit ton. But
yeah,
I love Staten Island though. Like it's calm compared to like all the other boroughs. Like it's very homey.
Save the money until you can afford a house. It's a great investment. I'm sure your mom's already all up on it.
Yeah, we got a CD. Got a savings account.
Oh my God,
yeah, with interest.
Woo!
Hell yeah.
Out here.
Yeah, we're out of here. We're out here really making
a retirement fund, all that.
Facts, bro. We making big business moves.
Big business CDs.
Yeah.
Search that on Google.
Search that on Google. You need to know about that.
That's the first time someone said CD on this podcast in both meanings.
Yeah.
Fucking congrats on all the success, man. What advice
man.
would you have for young artists who they either haven't released a song or they've released 100 and they're trying to make it, they're trying to get signed, they're trying to be on the pod, they're trying to be in LA? What's some advice for a young artist out there?
Be you, never lose sight of your vision, because once you do that, you failed already. Yeah.
Also moved to Nigeria.
Moved to Nigeria for 8 years.
Because that's the secret sauce. Yeah.
Definitely the secret sauce.
Wolfacejoeyy, Masquerilla Podcast. Thank you so much for coming on,
Thank you for having me. This is an honor. I appreciate everything.
Likewise. It's an honor for you to be here, bro.
Thank you, man. I want to give you a hug on camera.
On camera. Here.
Is this the...
There we go.
Fire.
Wolfacejoeyy.